Hi, my name is Abigail Wescott. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of the Appalachian School of Law. Joining me today is our Dean and President, Keith Faulkner. You just wrapped up your first year here at ASL. Can you tell us a little bit about that first year here in Grundy?
First year in Grundy was exciting. It was wonderful to get to know our community, our students. They're just fantastic, and I really enjoyed getting to know the class that just graduated, but certainly our rising now 2Ls and rising 3Ls. It's been great to welcome the first year class as well over the last couple of weeks. Why law school? That's a great question. Law school is the most noble pursuit you can choose, in my opinion. The law is something that gets you into everything. As a famous movie quote says, it's your ultimate backstage pass. And I will tell you that there hasn't been a day since I stepped foot into law school that I've regretted this choice. Law school primarily helps you serve people, helps you help people. And that's an exciting way to spend your career.
Mm-hmm. Why in particular ASL?
ASL is such a special and unique place. The community here, the mission of the school is what really, animates everything that we do. It really is something that is central to what we're trying to do at ASL and in the legal profession, and that is to get people focused on serving others.
You came not just from academia when you were at Liberty University and then at Campbell University, but you actually practice privately. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about one of your best cases or one of your greatest experiences of serving someone else when you were in private practice?
I would say that the most rewarding case I ever was involved in dealt with a guardianship. And I'll try to keep this short, but a guardianship is, you can have two types of guardianships, a person or the estate. Sometimes you have both. And my client came to me and wanted me to assist them in helping their sister who was mentally ill. And we were able to help secure a guardianship over this mentally ill person who's just a fabulous young woman, or she was at that time. And but she's still great. And the family stays in touch with me. They frequently send me Christmas cards and call me their guardian angel. And, those are the things you take with you. And back to that theme of service and helping people.
I love that.
That's not the most glamorous case in the world, but it's the one that touched me. And I actually have a picture in my office that the family gave me. And that's something that stays with me all the time, wherever I'm at.
A big part of you coming to Grundy and to ASL and wanting to be re-involved in a small community is you came from Starr, North Carolina, correct? Which is a very small town.
That's right.
Just like Grundy. And how would you say that experience and then leaving into a bigger area and then coming back to a small area, I guess, changed your values and perspective of the importance of creating a community within this area?
One of the things that attracted me about Grundy was the size. Same thing that attracted me to ASL, other than the mission, was the size, because you can actually get to know your students. Students get to know their faculty. There's a true community there. That's a word that's overutilized oftentimes, but here at ASL there is a community. In Grundy we have the greater community, and in small towns you're going to see students at Walmart. You're going to see students at the grocery store. You're going to see students everywhere. But as importantly, you get to see the people that you interact with every day, from the Chamber of Commerce, from other local businesses, from church, from every walk of life, from the community theater here. I mean, you're going to see these folks everywhere. And there is something very comforting about knowing all those around you. And I will tell you, some folks don't like it because they want to be anonymous.
Yeah.
And but at ASL, none of our students, faculty or staff, are anonymous, and we want to be an integral part of our community.
Mm-hmm. So you obviously have the community of ASL and of Grundy, but you have your own community of your family. Can you tell us a little bit about your family dynamic and their experience of moving around with you to all these amazing schools and now landing here at ASL?
Sure. That's a great question. Oftentimes I will put at the end of my bio the name of my wife and children because they have been such an integral part of my life. We've been married, my wife and I, 30 years.
Wow,
My wife,
congratulations.
yeah. So we were high school sweethearts. We are the exception to the rule, as they like to say. And but she has been very patient and kind in moving with me, and she actually is, quite frankly, responsible for this. She put me through law school, and I will never forget that. And she may never forgive that, but I will certainly never forget that. And we've been blessed with three wonderful children. Hannah, our oldest, is 20 and she's in college. And then we have a 16-year-old daughter, Erin. She's in high school, and a 10-year-old son, and he's in elementary school. So we have them at every level. So,
But what do you see the future of ASL being?
well, I would say that ASL is poised for growth. I would say that ASL is poised for taking its rightful place as an intellectual leader in this region and beyond, quite frankly. We're working diligently, as you know, in some of these spaces to position ASL as the intellectual hub for the Southwest region. We're involved with chambers from around, certainly our chamber here in Buchanan County, but also in Bristol and other areas. We're coordinating with all of the colleges in the area to work on higher ed issues, and ASL is the centerpiece and is facilitating these conversations. True to our mission, we're really focused on the Appalachian region, and we will be hosting a legal aid summit for the Appalachian region legal aid providers next May. We're hosting the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals next year. So we've got a lot of things going on, but the big thing in the short run is just letting people know about ASL. There's an old saying that if you keep your light under a bushel basket, no one will ever see it. I think ASL's light has been under a bushel basket, and our short-term goal is to raise that basket and let that light shine brightly.
And I think we saw that when we hosted the gubernatorial debate last September. It was incredible to see the community and the state kind of revolving around ASL, coming to Buchanan County, coming to Grundy, meeting locals here, being on campus, which was a big deal. How have we cultivated those relationships to continue partnerships from September 2021 to now?
Well, we have been very fortunate that the new administration and the new governor, who was part of that debate, obviously, has really stayed invested in Southwest Virginia, and that's refreshing. But not only he has stayed invested, but also the lieutenant governor, who just visited the county and toured
because of
Grundy.
the floods and stuff.
Right. She was here a couple weeks ago and spent a considerable amount of time here. And then our new attorney general, he came here last August when he was on the campaign trail, and then he wound up being our graduation speaker. So there's a lot of investment from folks, and I'm sure we would have had that same investment had the other candidate been successful. But our goal is apolitical. Our goal is to grow ASL in this region.
You are notorious, and you already did this in this interview, of quoting movies. So from a personal standpoint, what would you say your favorite movie is? Why? And if it's a separate answer, then it can be a separate answer. But what would be your favorite movie quote of all time?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. I would probably say that my favorite movie of all time is The Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
And the reason for that is just the message that it sends to me is overcoming obstacles and being true to yourself and faithful to yourself, even in light of the worst things that could possibly happen to you. And then that spirit of freedom that certainly takes over Andy after he escapes from the Shawshank. Probably my favorite movie quote is from a legal movie. Some would argue that it's not a very good legal movie, but a legal movie, and that is Legally Blonde. And it's from the first classroom scene when Elle Woods is called upon by her civil procedure professor, and she says, what is the law? And the answer is, the law is reason free from passion. And that's just a really great quote. I think it's attributable to Aristotle, if I'm not mistaken. And So that's just a fun movie.
You would have gotten it right in that classroom. I don't think or no, it was correct in the classroom, but he questioned himself, and that was also
That's right.
part of the problem is questioning yourself. We are starting the semester for fall of 2022. What is one word or piece of advice that you would give not just our incoming 1Ls who are starting law school in their journey here at ASL and in Grundy, but the entire ASL community? What would be one takeaway or one piece of inspiration or advice that you would give for this upcoming year?
Well, if it's okay, if I could break that down over all three
Yes.
classes.
Perfect.
For the 3Ls, I would say get ready for the bar exam.
Yes.
For the 2Ls, I would say get ready for the most difficult year of law school because it's the busiest year of law school. And for the 1Ls, I would say hang on. Hang on, and you will do it. You can. I guess the overarching message for all of them is this: you can do it. You wouldn't be here if you couldn't do it. We would not have granted you admission. But I can tell you, based on the 2Ls and 3Ls that I've gotten to know over the last year, and the 1L class, I think this is a really exciting time for ASL.
Well, thank you so much, Dean Faulkner, for joining us today. It was wonderful to hear more about your life, your experiences, your favorite movie quotes, and your message to all of our students here at ASL. Thanks so much.
Thank you.